All right, so can you hear me now? All right, so all right, so um, all right. So the number one thing I've come to thorough understanding is to uh, who are you in the marketplace, right? So nothing is nothing nothing is uh, nothing is monetizable unless you master persuasion. And one of the reasons why I stopped doing writing, I stopped writing my book, is because I needed to know. I intuitively knew I needed to go into a need based business so I can have the income and so I can do the income so I can have the income and the freedom to do what I want to do. Because I don't really believe in doing things you hate. I don't really believe in I don't really believe in um, I don't believe you have to do things you hate. I think you have to find something in demand, and that's also what Dan Locke talks about as well. Is do things in find a need, and in this world, a need can cost you very small, and what that means is um, you can do you can do small in this world. You can do what the greatest part about the time that we're in now. You can fulfill a need based business for a very small uh, cash, a very low entry point. That means you can find, like, if you learn how to build your brand online, like for instance the link below, it costs $50. Um, if I learned what I learned there in the beginning of my journey, uh, I would have made way more money. And I had to come to the thorough understanding. I had to come to the thorough understanding that it didn't matter. It didn't matter how. It didn't matter how I felt about it. It only matters about who I was in the marketplace. So if who I was in the marketplace says that you're a nobody, like in other words, the marketplace is not emotional. And what that means is they don't care about what your moral code is, whether you worship the Bible, whether you are fucking Jewish, whether you're Kemetic, you're African, you're any of that. They only care about, do you serve a need or a want. And I think a lot of, and this is what I've been saying on the low for years now, a lot of black people serve a want-based business, not a need-based business. And a lot of black people say black people don't support each other. That's not really true. Um, a lot of black people, when I deal with them personally, they're doing shit that nobody cares about. Meaning, if you were to go start uh, a laundromat in the hood, black people need that. You'll have every black customer coming to you. Period. Um, and based on how you market that is how many sales and how much influence you have. But there's no such thing really as black people don't support each other. And then I'm not saying it's not real, where that hardship does not exist. But it's not as true as we think it is, because if we were serving a need, not a want, not makeup, not I think fashion and uh, fashion and entertainment is so marketed that we think that's the only thing that exists. I think being a basketball player, a makeup artist, a basketball artist, a basketball, makeup, any industry in entertainment is so mark, so out there that we think that's the only thing that exists, and that's not the truth at all. There's so many other fields that you could be a millionaire in that you don't have to necessarily love, but it could be something that you really like, or you that pays the bills. And I don't believe in doing things you hate. And, I became like for marketing, I don't love marketing, but it gives me the freedom to do what I want to do. It gives me the free, and I had to, and for me, in many regards, I have to do what one of my sad mentors from afar said. She said, remove your emotion from your next level. So for me, I have to really take my emotions out of my next level and get to that point in my life where I just push the need. Like I just wrote down, yo, you gotta push the need and push the need. So of what you're serving, and stop being emotional about your need. Um, and B, when you who you are in the marketplace is the only thing is the only thing you can control. Um, who you are in the marketplace is the only thing you can control. You can't control nothing else. You can't control what you have. Well, you can control that to some extent, but 80% of what you want, 80% of your business can be controlled by who you are in the marketplace. Meaning, do you have the most expertise? Do you have do you know the most knowledge? Are you sharing the most knowledge? Are you sharing your most value? Are you showing up every day in your business? And a lot of us, um, especially when you come into this online space, a lot of us are not doing that. And while um, a lot of this business is copy and paste, believe it or not, um, you can YouTube a lot and do enough research and take enough action where you put the pieces together. Um, believe it or not, people doing hour seminars, hour this, hour that. I'm not saying that doesn't. It didn't really work out for me in that regards. Well, uh, no, that's not bad advice. But when you don't have no mentors, that's a great place to start. YouTube, um, and and then take action where you put the pieces together, and then take risk. So you really gotta know the number one thing. One, you gotta know who you want to be in the marketplace. And one of the things I wrote down is find a mentor. One, find a mentor. The reason why mentorship is so important is because they are who you want to be in the marketplace. Yeah, let me say it again. The number one reason why mentorship is so important in business is because they are who you want to be in the marketplace. So if you're not where you want to be in the marketplace, I mean, in the physical, if you're not where you want to be in the marketplace, you need to find somebody who is where you want to be, and not just in the physical, but they are who you want to be in the marketplace. Now, I don't mean they need to be perfect, but let's just say in this one area, they they are who you want to be. They're the top dog. Two, there's a fellow question that I said. Uh, this like if this person, this top dog, let's say you want to make $10,000 a month. If this person was to come evaluate your business today, um, would they if they act, would they want to partner with you? Would they be impressed by you? Would they be, um, would they say that you, would they say you have more work to do? Would they pull apart the caps in your business and say you're entitled? You're asking for too much and you're doing too little. And that's what I'm understanding. You know, um, that gap is what is showing you what you need to do, how much work you need to put in, how much business you need to build. And a lot of us with the microwave success, yes, in this time of day you can have a lot of success as far as like online strategy, but you can start a janitorial business and be a millionaire in 5 years, just like Prince Donnell said on Instagram, when he was like, yo, he went to the tax business not because he likes taxes, but because in 5 years it would give him the cash flow to build his business. And and that makes a lot of sense for him. So I think he built his business based on e-commerce, and he went into the tax business because that's a need-based business, and more importantly, that's a need-based business for Black people. There's no real Black people dominating the tax business. Everybody who dominates the tax business is pretty much white. So if you could go through the hood and get to people's taxes and shit like that and be serious, you'd be great. You know, he found a need and he's dominating that. So if he makes $1 million, $2 million in 5 years, $3 million in 5 years, $5 million in 5 years, then he would have that $250,000 just sitting there uh, to build. So, two, are you or do you know everything you need to know to be where you need to be in the marketplace? Are you or do you know what you need to know? And I even have to tell myself that that's no. Um, if those questions are no, like if in other words, if you want to be a six-figure earner in your business, do you know the tactics, the strategies, the, the tactics, the strategies, the information it takes to be a six-figure earner? And if that's not the case, you don't know enough. And more importantly, do you have the infrastructure to build that six-figure business, to build that seven-figure business? Do you have the infrastructure in place? And if that's not the case, if that's no, then you need to change who you are in the marketplace, because who you are in the marketplace says that you don't have the ability to make this amount of money. And I had to differentiate that, but say I'm not good enough, and it's just the fact that I'm not who I need to be in this area. And you need to have a like in the words of every successful person I know, have a deep residing hunger to be who you need to be for your next level. Because I'm finally clicking for me, say, yo, who you are is great for the success that you've had today, but who you want to be for your next level, you have to be dying, thirsty, hungry to uh, go where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Um, So who are you in the marketplace? Are you and that's one of the most honest questions you need to have in yourself with yourself in your business. Who are you in the marketplace? And don't sugarcoat it. Don't bullshit it, because you know who you are. You can a great way to dictate who you are in the marketplace is look at your results. Look at your and be frank. Look at your bank account. Look at your bank account. If it's not where you want to be, it's probably because you're not who you need to be in the bank in the marketplace. And that's just an honest statement. If you want to dictate if you want to see where you are in the market, uh, if you want to see um, who you are in the marketplace, check your results. Check your results. Check your results. And yeah. So, so there's a link below bit.ly/your online domination to learn how to um, build your business below, um, how to scale your business below, how to dominate your business below.